Now, removing those 6 outliers from this data set didn't solve the problem with the skew, so it didn't make the data normally distributed. Now, the problem with outliers is the moment you remove a data point, if you remove an outlier, the interquartile range of the whole data set changes, which can mean that you end up with other outliers. So as you remove an outlier, another one can emerge, and if you remove that, another one can emerge, and you can end up in the position in which you've removed a good proportion of your data and whittled it away to almost nothing, which isn't a good position to be in. You want to retain as much data as you possibly can for your analysis. So if removing the initial outliers isn't effective in changing the shape of the distribution, the next thing to do is to do a transformation of the data. And this is how we do this. Click on Transform and Compute Variable. I'm going to call this variable log10RT because the transformation that I'm going to use is called a log10 transformation. And what I need to do, if I click on arithmetic, if you look down here, you have this thing called LG10. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to click on that and just click this arrow, and it then appears up here. And if I click on RT and click that across, it then appears in these brackets. So it's telling me that the new variable log10RT is going to equal log10 of RT. So if I click on OK and go back to the data set, you can see this new variable called log10RT has now been written, and these values here are the logs of these values here. If I just run a test of normality on this data set now, so I'll get rid of RT, put log10RT in, and click OK. If I just scroll down, we have 44 cases. This is the test normality. Significance level is now 0.412, so it is now not problematic. It's not different from a normal distribution. If you look at the value here, skewness, it's gone slightly negative, but it's a very small value. This number is smaller than this one, so it's no longer a problem. So, and if we just go down and look at the histogram, there's a little bit of a peak here, but overall you can see this is much more as you would expect a normal distribution to look. So running that log10 transformation has made the data into a nice normal distribution. It's changed the overall shape. Now, it's important to bear in mind that once you've done this, when you're reporting your results, you need to bear in mind that any analysis that you're going to do is going to be done on the log10 transformed data. So you need to bear that in mind when you're reporting any means, standard deviations, that you translate it back so that it makes some kind of sense in terms of what it was you were actually measuring to begin with, which was, of course, response times measured in milliseconds. Okay, so that's how you do a transformation to solve the problem with positive skew.